Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, June. Thank you, Sara and 𝗏𝗏, for speaking about self to self and self to human. And I made sure that you all know that I'm going to speak about human to earth with the green slides and the green 𝗟𝗲𝗱𝗏. So this is my field of expertise, and I'm going to be talking about three things today. We're going to talk about realities, dreams, and then we're going to play a game at the end. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you for wearing green. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Haya, and I am the Global Council on Climate Action representative. I also lead the Arabic Council for Climate Change. We're empowering youth on the road to 𝗡𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗏, and the introduction goes on and on. But I put two pictures of my life just for you to get to know me more. So let me ask a question. By a simple raise of hand, let me know what picture do you think resembles my area of expertise more. Raise your hand if you think it's picture number one. Okay. So this is picture number one. Okay, and raise your hand if you think it's picture number two. So, although the picture number one is where I was a simple tourist in the beautiful city of Salalah, and picture number two is where I was not negotiating the youth involvement in 𝗡𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗏, the pillar of mitigation. So it is indeed picture number two where I was actually contributing to my area of expertise. But did I place picture number one for complete randomness? No, I didn't. When we talk about how we are evolving with our planet Earth, we tend to forget to mention how we are connected to Earth. So we talk a lot about human to Earth, but let me talk first about Earth to human. And what do I mean by this? Do I mean that spending time in nature reduces stress? I mean, maybe. Do I mean that connecting with Earth reminds us that we are part of a bigger community? Also perhaps, but most importantly, it reminds us that the well-being of ourselves and the well-being of our planet are interdependent, and the consequences of the actions we take today are going to affect our future. So let's look at our realities, and let me tell you some facts. Here's how we are contributing to Earth. We're losing forests at a rate of 27 soccer fields per minute. And I don't know if we have any soccer fans, but you can tell how huge that is. Since I started my speech, we have lost one species of animal. One species went extinct. And by the end of the day, we're going to lose 150 more. And thanks to our pollution efforts, WHO says that we lose 7 million premature deaths every single year. And if I am to do the math, then by the time all the panelists finish their speeches, we'd have lost 360 lives. Did I depress you? Sorry, Rahmat. All the positive emotions you spread, I just scattered them. But no, we're here to talk about the future, so let's talk about dreams or realities, and I'm going to give you a few thoughts and let me know a few things here. These are far-fetched dreams or actual realities. Are we ready? You don't sound like it. Alright, solar blast. Imagine if every window, every tower and skyscraper produced energy. Is this a far-fetched dream or a reality? It's a reality. The University of Michigan students have actually produced prototypes of the solar glass. Concept number two, plant-based plastics. Plastics that are made out of pure plants. A far-fetched dream or a reality? It's actually a reality. Indonesian companies have been producing plastics, biodegradable plastics, since 2014. Third concept. Industrial facilities with no carbon emission harm to the atmosphere. A far-fetched dream or a reality? Well, not exactly a reality, but carbon capture and storage facilities do provide up to 90% of efficiency right away. So a lot of other concepts of space-based solar powers, artificial photosynthesis, and vertical farming skyscrapers, these are all not far-fetched dreams, but realities. And this is something we tend to forget with the future. or what we think of as the future is actually closer to our realities than we think. Shall we play the game? Yeah? No games? Anyone wants to play? Yeah. Alright. So here's how it goes. I'm going to give you words. And if you think that this word relates to you, to your personal life, to your everyday to-day life, raise your hand. Cool? If you don't think that, just don't raise your hand. I'm going to start with coffee. If you think coffee relates to you by any means, please raise your hand. Alright. Thank you. If you think that climate-resistant plants relate to your personal life, please raise your hand. A lot of clients. Alright. If you think that chocolate relates to your personal life, please raise your hand. And if you think that rainfall patterns are part of your daily life, please raise your hand. A room full of scientists. If you think that anxiety triggers anything or is related to you, raise your hand. You think loss of biodiversity is a personal word, please raise your hand. Alright, thank you. So it's no wonder that we have seen hands raised on some words more than the other, but why so? The reason is simply because we tend to think of things more personal or more closer to our day-to-day lives as others. I have worked with more than 20,000 youth all over the MENA region. And if I'm going to give you statistics, I'm going to give it based on studies that were done in America. 55% of Americans believe that climate change and sustainability is nothing related to their personal lives. So what's the solution to that? Personalizing the cause. If I tell you that you are going to lose your cup of coffee by 2050, then all of a sudden climate-resistant plants and the research that is done to protect the coffee crop becomes personal to you. If I tell you that the areas or the ground by which we grow the cocoa plantain are suffering because of changing rainfall patterns, and all of a sudden rainfall patterns becomes more closer to your own life, and so on and so forth. If I say more than 70 Arab youth are facing anxiety because of unstable economic situations, then loss of biodiversity and how it relates to economic instability becomes more personal to you. So personalizing the cause is the only way you can make it more effective and more closer to you, and by which you can reduce the action. I'm going to leave you with this. The future is always more uncertain than the present. The future is more uncertain than the present, and that's why we tend to value the present more than the future, and we call this the present bias. And guess what? The present bias doesn't work for things that are personal to us. So I'm going to ask you all to close your eyes. Don't be shy, close your eyes. And I want you to think of all the things that are personal to you. And if it's not your own well-being and the well-being of our planet, then what is? Thank you.